Hello, everyone. We're back with Ken Dombrowski, Executive Life Coach and Master Hypnotist. And as you guys probably know by now, what we do is a mix of life coaching and hypnotherapy in our office. That's kind of the basis of what we make our videos on. And today I kind of want to talk about how you know if this is actually the right place for you, kind of the signs and things like that.
Yeah, the understanding of how life coaching and hypnosis works, especially together, one of the few people that I'm aware of that combines those all together in one place. To go through all kinds of other avenues first. A lot of our clients have already been through years of therapy, talk therapy or cognitive behavioral therapies and things like that, years of prescription drugs and such. And they learn a lot about themselves. It's a really important part of the process. They learn a lot about themselves, and a few things get figured out and feel a little bit better. But then it seems like there's just a lot missing. There's that they know that they have more that needs to be discovered or uncovered or what have you. So by the time they come to us, most of them been through all that, and so they have a really good awareness of who they are, who they're not, what's working and what's not working. And so that's what makes what we do, really that great last step. Someone who might come find us as their first step, we're still going to be interested in talking to them, but it's just a matter of they haven't really gone through the grind enough to really know where they're at. So that self-awareness is really important. If someone comes in and they say, "Oh yeah, I've been diagnosed with bipolar. I'm bipolar for 20 years now, and I have all of the symptoms that go along with it, and I know how to manage it as best I can. I know what to look out for, and so on." So, okay. So that's a person who's very self-aware, and that person is going to do really well with us. Someone who comes in and says, "Oh, I just got diagnosed with bipolar earlier this year, and I'm still trying to figure it out." Well, we're going to have to work through a lot of stuff with that person to get them to understand what that means, why it does what it does, and how we can bring some relief to it.
And there's also the people that either believe they're misdiagnosed and they're not, so that denial's not going to help anything, or the people that are misdiagnosed and believe they have that diagnosis, that's going to, play into it too. Not to say that you need to be specifically anywhere when you come to us. It's just we kind of have an understanding if there's a better shot, if someone kind of really does have self-awareness and understands what they're working with, It is a mixture of mental, emotional, physical, all of those things, but we really are going to hone in on the emotional, and there needs to be understanding of the other two first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. So what we do, of course, as life coach and hypnotist, we use the life coaching to gather information of your life. We need to start all the way back from the very beginning and kind of work our way through your life chronologically up to the current day. Now, not to say that we do get quite a few also clients who come in who are in a current crisis. Mm-hmm. They're currently suffering from something huge in their life. Maybe they have a very close loved one who's very, very ill and possibly going to pass away soon. Or they're going through a serious financial crisis or whatever it might be, or their own health crisis. That becomes a little different. We can't go really start from the beginning. We kind of need to bring the relief to that person now so they can function better. And then after we get them functioning better, then later we'll go back and revisit and start from the beginning, go forward. So any way you look at it, it's still always organic for the person that's in the office. It's never a cookie cutter, one size fits all. Always, always, always going to be tailor-made to the person sitting in that chair. So it's going to be my understanding that I get to accumulate of you. I'm going to let you just talk. I call it open the faucet. Just open the faucet and let it flow. Just tell me everything about yourself, your life. And people say, well, what do you want to know? I say, start anywhere. It doesn't matter. What does really matter, the words you use are going to be maybe 30 or 40%. The rest of it is going to be tone, energy, the way that you say things, how you say them, the structure. That's going to be way more important than just the actual words themselves or even the memories. So you can come up with memories. Oh, I had this traumatic experience or that one. And it might seem insignificant, but it always has a significancy to where we're at and where we need to go.
I think another thing along with self-aware that's important because it attaches to that is honesty about that as well. Because, obviously we see things through our own lens and that's totally fine, but you need to be honest about the things that you've been through. Like if you're hiding something from us and it was a big event in your life, there's only so much we can do. So someone that would have life coaching and hypnosis be the right place for them is willing to share. And that takes, a certain level of self-awareness and then just willing to be honest. Like, we've heard some crazy things in our office. We don't judge people for the things that they've done that have happened to them, things like that. We're not here to be like, well, you're dumb and you're stupid and you should have never done that. We're not pointing fingers. It's already done. It's past. Now we have to help you work through the way that you feel about it. So it's just never worry about being judged. We're just, if you did do something wrong, we'll literally be like, hey, probably not a great thing to do, but let's work on that. So I think it's kind of important that people realize you need to want to really be in this office and be open to what it feels like to have everything out on the table.
And you really nailed something there perfectly. I cannot remember right now, and I'm sure anything can slip, but I do not make it any kind of a routine of telling any client that what they've done is wrong. Mm-hmm. What you've done is wrong. What you're saying is wrong. That's just it's not the way to go. I might say, well, that sounds like that might be not the healthiest way to go. Mm-hmm. So let's correct course and go in a new direction. Or something that happened or something that you did, a choice that you made, well, that's causation. Now we know why your life was like this because of that decision you made 25 mm-hmm. years ago. And that brought you here. So I'm never going to say that was wrong. I'm just going to say it's part of the journey. Mm-hmm. This life is this amazing and wonderful adventure that we all get to go on. And we're going to make decisions, and we have to make, I'm going to use the word now, I'm going to make wrong decisions for our life because that teaches us a lot. Teaches us, understanding and resilience and all kinds of things that are going to help benefit us later. So you might have had a failure today, but that failure is going to be a great lesson learned in the future. Sadly, we live in an environment where a lot of people, they get one failure and they just give up. They mm-hmm. just say, nope, I'm not doing that anymore. And part of that is I attribute that to that furry, fuzzy, pointy, green-eared little asshole Yoda. Thank you. Yoda from Empire Strikes Back, I think it was. He said, do or do not, there is no try. And holy crap, people lost their freaking minds. It was like 1980. I think that mm-hmm. movie came out 81. People lost their minds like, oh my gosh, that's the most profound thing. And it came from this 800-year-old prophet named Yoda. No, he's a Muppet. The guy's a Muppet, okay? It just fit the narrative of this sci-fi movie. But people, what they got from that was, let's forget about try because that's effort. And I just got validation and justification to do less. Because if I don't know if I can do it, then I'm going to choose not to do it. Mm-hmm. That's what ended up eliminating that middle ground, which is effort, which is let's see what happens here and then work with that.
Well, and also, like the ability to handle a failure, you know what I mean? Like there's someone in American history that has a quote about keep failing because you can't succeed unless you fail. That's pretty much just how it goes. And so it's kind of helping people get that roadmap because it really is easy to get discouraged, especially, with social media because you feel like you're watching everyone else live these beautiful lives or you're getting judged under a microscope, whatever it may be. But it's like you kind of have to let go of that and just focus on what you got going on, which is another huge thing in our office. We're probably, I say we, it's him. He's the one doing the sessions, not me. He's going to tell people to do things that they don't want to do. But chances are it really is the thing that's going to help you. Maybe it is let go of that friend, stop entertaining social media, whatever it may be. And he's told me things that I should do. I'm like, nope, I'm not doing that. And I'm fully aware he's right. But there's just some things you'd, rather suffer through a little bit. But just know, we can only give you as much advice and information as possible. And what you do with it afterwards is fully up to you.
Couldn't have said it better. That's perfect.
I thought so. But yeah, so the combination is definitely very important to what we do in this office. Making sure that it's the right avenue for you is also a very important part. That's why people do 20-minute discovery calls with me, 60-minute free consultations with him. We are not only having you vet us, we're vetting you back because we want to make sure that nobody's wasting time, effort, money, in a program that's not the right fit for them. We'll tell you if we think that you should be talking to a traditional therapist or in an inpatient program or psychotherapy, whatever it may be. We'll lean into all those different directions because it's necessary to help somebody.
Actually, it even reminds me, just this week, we had to tell someone we couldn't work with them. As a teenage girl came in, brought in by a family member, and didn't put it on the intake form. Got in within a few minutes of our free consult. The family member sat in with the teenage girl, and then I'm being told that she has DID, dissociative identity disorder. Well, that's a huge, deeply pervasive disorder where a person has multiple characters and avatars in their mind, and every one of them the characters have personality and meanings, and they basically are living full lives in the head, in the mind of that person. Oh, there's very little I can do with that. I have worked with DID people in the past, but they were a little bit older and they had a real good self-awareness, and they were looking to get just some relief from a lot of the pain that this DID caused them emotionally. So we had to tell this girl was so disconnected. She actually wanted me to help her stay in an alternate reality, not the real reality. I said, there's nothing I can't help with this.
No.
That's the wrong direction. I did have one I've come thinking of a few years ago, DID, where she sometimes would get this terror that the bathroom floor was made of lava. And she would end up sitting on the toilet for like 6, 7, 8 hours at a time. She had terrible blisters on her butt and her thighs from sitting there because she was locked in fear for several hours until somebody else, a family member, would have to come and check on her and help her. Once they would come in, they could help her get off the toilet and get out of the bathroom where the floor was made of lava. Helped her get over that and a few other things like that. But you see, we can help with DID, but that young woman was very well aware of her demons and didn't want to stay in that place.
Also, an issue that we kind of have with teenagers or young adults or anybody with a parent willing to help is the second that somebody's not responsible for making the change, the second someone else is doing the research to find us, having the conversations with us, paying for it, the person that it's for, they kind of don't care as much because they have no personal stake in this. It's not their money, wasn't their idea. They don't care if they're here or not. So that's also really important for us is I have to tell every single parent I talk to, your kid has to want to be here. There's nothing we can do if your kid doesn't want to be here. So that's another really big part of if this is right for you or not, because most people, when it's not their money on the line, it's no harm, no foul.
Yeah. And teenagers and even people in their 20s and 30s who their parents are paying for the program, they tend to start off with excitement the first few sessions, and then next thing you know, we start getting a lot of excuses. I can't make it today. Or some of my favorites are you'll get someone walking in late, and then the first thing they say is, I got to leave early. Wait a minute, okay, you're going to spend 15 minutes here? You came in 15 minutes late, you need to leave 30 minutes early. That leaves you 15 minutes for a session. There's nothing we can really do with that.
Could have been a phone call.
Yeah, could have just been a phone call, save everybody a bunch of time and trouble. But, those are the signs. As soon as someone that we know that their family is paying the bill, the moment that person has I can't make it today, we just can unfortunately see that's going to lead in a very negative direction. And
obviously there's still, cases where those kids make amazing 180s. Like one of my favorite stories of someone that was a teenager is we had a teenage boy almost 2 years ago call us because of a referral. Someone else in the family got over a fear with us, and he came in and he was not good. Like, he was suicidal. He was not happy. But guess what? His mom was next to him while he called. She made him make the call. She made him be part of his own process. She made him put his name first instead of trying to take control of the situation. And crazily, he was one of the most successful teenagers we ever had. He's out of his parents' house. He has a girlfriend. He has a job. He does everything that he never thought he was capable of because his family actually required him to put a little bit of effort in, and he saw great success. So it is necessary.
Yeah, well, it is. Yeah, it means all the difference as to what we're doing. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously we know that we're not right for everyone. Like he said, it's never a one-size-fits-all kind of situation, but these are kind of some of the signs that you can look at that would let you know that life coaching and hypnosis is right for you. Do you have anything else on that note?
No, I think that pretty well wraps it up for this video.
All right, well, thank you so much for watching this video. If you'd like to find out if life coaching and hypnosis is right for you, watch this video, our other videos, or give me a call today. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you.